Welcome to our deep dive into operators. In Python, we have two main categories, arithmetic and comparison. Arithmetic operators perform standard mathematical calculations, while comparison operators act as logical sensors to determine if a condition is true or false. Understanding this distinction is the foundation of all programming logic. Think of arithmetic operators like a simple calculator. They take numbers and output new values. Comparison operators, however, function like a gatekeeper at a club. They check your credentials against a requirement and simply say yes or no. In Python terms, that yes or no is a boolean, true or false. Let's look at the basic arithmetic operators. We use plus, minus, asterisk for multiplication, and forward slash for division. Note that division in Python always returns a float, a decimal number, even if the result is a whole number like 2.0. These are your bread and butter for any data-heavy task. Sometimes you don't want. While arithmetic operators calculate new numeric values, comparison operators answer questions. They evaluate the relationship between two values and always hand back a Boolean result, either true or false. We use these constantly to drive decisions in our code. Let's see this in code. Here, we set a high score of 10 and a player's score of 15. We compare them using the greater than operator. Because 15 is larger than 10, Python evaluates this expression as true, which we then print to the console. A classic trap for beginners is confusing the single equals sign with the double equals sign. Remember, a single equals is the assignment operator used to store data, while the double equals is a comparison operator used to check if two things are equal. You can easily mix math and comparisons in a single line. Python's order of operations dictates that arithmetic runs first, followed by the comparison. Here, Python adds 5 and 3 to get 8, then checks if 8 is greater than or equal to 8, which evaluates to true. Comparison operators aren't just for numbers, they work on text as well. In Python, string comparisons are strictly case-sensitive. Because our entered password starts with a capital S, and the correct password has a lowercase s, Python determines they are not equal and returns false. When you perform arithmetic between an integer and a floating point number, Python automatically converts the integer to a float. This ensures no precision is lost during the calculation. Remember, when you compare a float like 5.0 to an integer like 5, Python treats them as equal because they share the same numeric value. Here's a quick tip: never use double equals operator to compare floating point numbers. Because of how computers handle decimals, a simple calculation like 0.1 plus 0.2 doesn't equal exact 0.3. It turns into 0.3 followed by a bunch of zeros and a 4 at the end. Instead, use math.isClose. It checks if the two numbers are close enough to count as equal, saving you from weird logic bugs. Time for a quick quiz. Which of these operators is used to check if two values are unequal? If you've been following along, you'll know that the exclamation mark acts as a not symbol in Python. The correct answer is B, the is equal to operator. To wrap things up, remember this final rule. Use a single equals sign to assign a value to a variable, but use the double equals sign when you want to ask Python if two values are the same. Confusing these two is the most common mistake for beginners, so keep that distinction clear in your code.